So in next case we will place object at 2f1, means if the focal length of this lens is 10 centimeter, then we have this is 10 centimeter from the optical center, so this is the position of object, it is placed at 20 centimeter. In the same way we will show two rays of light, and these two rays of light will meet at this point. This point is 2f2, means it is at 20 centimeter from this lens in this example. So you can see the position of image is 2f2, the size is same, and the nature is real and inverted. So if in exam in questions if it have been asked that where should an object be placed so that it can form the image of same size, so we will write that the object should be placed at the twice of the focal length of the convex lens. Next is when object is between 2f1 and f1, it means object is placed at more distance from the focal length but less than twice of focal length. So here we have placed the object. In the same way we will show two rays of light, one parallel, it will pass through focus, another passing through the optical center, and these rays of light will meet at this point and the image is formed at this place. So the position of image is at 2f beyond 2f2, the size is enlarged, we can say its size is large, and third is the nature is real and inverted. Now next case is when object is at f1, means at a distance of focal length from the lens. So in that case we will show in the same way two rays of light, one parallel pass through the focus, another passing through the optical center, but we can see that these rays of light are parallel rays of light after refraction, and parallel rays of light are not meeting here, and we can just imagine that they will meet anywhere in front of the lens at a very far distance, and wherever these refracted rays of light will meet, the image is formed at that place. So we can say that the position formed of image is at infinity, its size is highly enlarged, and the nature is real and inverted. And the last case in this case in the convex lens, when object is between f1 and o, means if object is placed at a very near distance from the lens, convex lens, in that case we will show in the same way two rays of light and another through the optical center, but we can see that these two rays of light are not meeting, they cannot meet because these are diverging on this side, and diverging lines can never meet. That's why when we will back meet these rays of light, these seems to meet at a place here and the image will be formed at this place. But as this image is formed due to without meeting the actual lines, that's why this image is virtual and erect. And again you can see this arrow cap on upside and this arrow cap on upside, so this is virtual image. Secondly, it is formed on the same side of convex lens, that's why also we can say it is virtual image. And size, you can see that it is enlarged. Now we can put all the things in a table, and you have to learn this table. Actually you need not to learn, when you will draw the diagrams by your hand again and again, this table you will be familiar with this table automatically. Now images formed by concave lens, we will take only two case of this concave lens, we will draw two diagram only, because wherever we place object in front of the concave lens, the image formed will be virtual and erect, highly or smallly diminished, and it will formed at the same side. So we will take two cases. One is when object is placed at infinity. Infinity means at a very far distance. So when object at infinity, will show it with the parallel rays of light, and when it falls on this concave lens, then it actually diverges. This rays of light will actually diverge. But when we back meet them, then they seems to meet at a point, and that point is focus. So when object is at infinity, the image is formed at focus on the same side, and it is highly diminished, virtual and erect. This is not formed by actual meeting, that's why it is virtual and erect. And another case, when object is between infinity and O, means at any distance near the lens, then image is formed of such type. We can see that in the diagram, the object have been shown placed between f1 and f2 to f1. And if in exam, if it is given that object is placed beyond 2f1, then you will place the object here, but the whole other diagram will remain same. If in exam it is given that the object is placed between O and F, then you will show this arrow at this place. If object is placed at 2f1, then you will show this arrow at 2f1, but other diagram will remain same. That's why this is a combined diagram of all other cases, and somewhere we have placed this object, and then we will show two rays of light, one parallel to principal axis, will diverge after refraction, and another ray of light which passes through the optical center will go undeviated. These are actually diverging, no hope of meeting these rays of light on this side. That's why when we back meet this ray of light, these will meet at this place, and wherever these are meeting, the image is formed at that place. So this is the image, and we can see clearly the position of image is between f1 and O on the same side of the lens. The size of image is diminished, and the nature of image is virtual and erect. In the same way, we can make a table for concave lens also. Object position, if it is at infinity, so image will be formed at f1, and the size is highly diminished, or highly diminished can also be written as point sized, and nature is virtual and erect. And in all other cases, the image formed between focus and optical center, diminished, virtual and erect. Next is sign conventions for spherical lenses. So the sign conventions for spherical lenses is same as in mirrors, spherical mirrors we discussed earlier, except that the distances are measured from the optical center. In spherical mirrors, we were measuring the distance from the pole. Pole was the center point of the mirror, and optical center is also the center point of the lens. Now, as we discussed in the previous slides also, the focal length of convex lens is positive and focal length of concave lens is negative. Now you can see that this is the optical center. If object is placed here, then according to the rule, all the distances are measured from the optical center, and the distances which are in the same direction from optical center to object, that is taken as positive, and if the direction is measured from opposite, then we will take its sign as negative. This is direction of incident light, and we are measuring the distance of this object from this side, so it is reverse of this direction of light, so it is negative. Now if image is formed on this side in case of convex lens, then distance towards the right, it is positive, because the light is also coming in this direction, and the distance is also measured in this direction, so this distance is positive. Height above the principal axis is taken as positive, and height below the principal axis is taken as negative. That's the reason we take u always negative, because object is always placed on left side of the lens, and if image is formed on right side of the lens, that distance, that is v, will be positive, and if image is formed on the same side, that is in case of virtual and direct, so the v will be negative. As object is always placed above the principal axis, so the height of object is taken as positive, and as real image is formed below the principal axis, so height is taken as negative of the image in case of real image, and in case of virtual image, height is taken as positive because it is formed above the principal axis. Now next topic is lens formula. The lens formula for spherical lens is relationship between the object distance, that is u, image distance, that is v, and focal length, that is f. And it is 1 by v minus 1 by u is equal to 1 by f. In mirror formula, we were taking positive sign between u and v, and in case of lens formula, we are taking minus sign. This is the difference between lens formula and mirror formula, so don't get confused. Next is magnification term. It is produced by spherical lenses. What is magnification? It is the ratio of height of image to the height of object. Actually, magnification is a number. It is a number which tells that how many times the image is magnified in comparison to the object. As we have seen different ray diagrams, in some ray diagrams, if the object was placed somewhere in front of the lens and the image was formed smaller, it means its image is smaller, it means it have been diminished. So how many times it have been diminished? Or if image was formed enlarged, so magnification will tell about that how many times the image is enlarged, bigger in comparison to the object. So this term is known as magnification. So it is given by this formula, m is equal to h dash by h, or in the form of object distance and image distance, it can be given as magnification equal to h dash by h is equal to v by u. In case of spherical mirrors, also we have used such type of term, but in that case the magnification formula was h dash by h same, but in place of v by u there were minus v by u, but in case of lenses it will be positive v by u. Next is one more thing in case of magnification. If the value of magnification is is equal to 1, it shows that the size of object is equal to size of image. If magnification is less than 1, it shows that size of image is smaller as compared to the object. And if magnification is greater than 1, then it shows that the size of image is larger than the object. Secondly, if real image is formed by the lens, then the magnification have negative sign. If in some numerical, if magnification have been given with negative sign, then it's understood that it is real image. Or if it is given that in any numerical, that real image is formed and the image is magnified this much times, then you have to put negative sign yourself. And if image nature is given virtual and direct, then you need not to put negative, it will be a positive sign. So if magnification is negative, it means image formed is real, and if magnification is positive, it means image formed is virtual. One more thing, if magnification is equal to as we discussed, that if it is more than 1, suppose we are taking an example that if magnification is given that it is plus 3, and question have been asked that what type of lens is this, then this plus sign is telling about which type of nature, virtual, and 3 is telling about that it is the image size is more than the object, it is 3 times as compared to object. So which lens is making virtual image and larger size? It is a convex lens. In the same way, if magnification is pose 0.5 plus with plus sign, so plus sign is telling about which type of image, virtual, and 0.5 means the image size is half as the object size. So what type of lens is this? The lens which forms virtual image but of smaller size, that is concave lens. In the same way, if magnification is -2, so minus sign is telling about real image and 2 telling about that the image is 2 times as compared to the object. So what type of lens will be? It is convex lens. In the same way, in one more example, if the magnification is -0.5, so minus sign is telling about real images formed, and 0.5 means the half size of image is half as compared to the object. So what type of lens is this which forms real image of smaller size? That is convex lens. So you have to understand these things properly, and there can be questions on the basis of these values. Next is power of lens. The power of lens is the reciprocal of focal length in meters, and the degree of convergence or divergence of light rays achieved by the lens is expressed in terms of its power. As we discussed, the convex lens converges the rays of light, concave lens diverges the rays of light. So to which speed we can say these are converging the rays of light or diverging the rays of light, that term is given in the form of power of the lens, or it is given by the formula that power equal to 1 by focal length. So SI unit of power is a diopter, power of lens. If question is there that what is the SI unit of power and define it, so you will write that the SI unit of power is diopter, and when you will define it, then you will say that the diopter is the power of lens whose focal length is 1 meter, means power is 1 diopter if focal length is 1 meter. Power of convex lens is positive because the focal length of convex lens is positive. As focal length is positive, so power will be positive in case of convex lens, and power of concave lens is negative. As focal length negative, so power negative in case of concave lens. Net power of lenses placed in contact is given by algebraic sum of individual powers. Means we will just add up the powers of different lenses with their appropriate signs, positive or negative signs. Then we will get the power of a combination of lens. For example, if it is given that a convex lens is placed in front of a concave lens, and the power of convex lens is 3 diopter and the power of concave lens is 2 diopter, and the sign have not been given, and what will be the power of combination? Then what you will do? You will just add up their powers with their appropriate sign. Convex lens power will be positive, so you will write +3. Concave lens power will be negative, so you will write -2. So you will write 3 minus 2 is equal to 1 diopter will be the power of the combination. And next topic is various uses of lens. So convex lens can be used as magnifying glass, microscope, telescope, film projectors, or to cure eye defect, that is hypermetropia, which is also known as farsightedness. We use convex lens. In case of concave lens, we can write that concave lens is used in flashlights to diverge light so that we can see a large portion, to cure myopia, that is nearsightedness. Or concave lens is used in spy hole indoors where we see visitors from small hole or opening. And also we can write that concave lens is used in laser lights. Now questions. Define 1 diopter power of lens. These are in text questions given in your book, so you can write it properly as we discussed. Second numerical is there. Question number 2. A convex lens form a real and inverted image of needle at a distance of 50 centimeter from it. So distance of this image is given 50 centimeter. So V is given to us 50 centimeter. Where is the needle placed in front of convex lens? So what we have to find? U equal to question mark. So that the image is equal to size of object. It is given to us, that is magnification is 1. Also find the power of lens. Now you can write the given values. Now here see, magnification is given 1. 1 means that h dash by h. If it is of same size, so the ratio will equal to 1. But as real and inverted image is given, so the sign of magnification will be negative. You have to write minus yourself. Then you have to find u and p. So by putting the values that m is equal to v by u, you can find u is equal to 50 centimeter. Actually u will be minus 50 centimeter here. Minus shows the direction of the position of the object. And for finding p, as we have f, we can find f by putting the formula, that is 1 by v minus 1 by u equal to 1 by f, and this will be 0.25 meter, and we can find the power. Third question, find the power of concave lens of focal length 2 meter. So concave lens, that's why this focal length we will put minus ourselves. So focal length will be minus 2 meter and power will be 1 by f, that is minus 1 by minus 2, and it is minus 0.5 diopter. Thanks.